I'm behind the camera. Remember?
See how clean it is? Now we ready. Now we in the building. Sorry about that one. Probably get a copyright claim on this one, but we okay.
Work it, honey. Work it.
Yeah, I want to make sure that this is able to be seen.
It's hard to judge your life. To be determined to prove the world wrong. To be the real you and to show that being transgender is okay. The number of transgender deaths casts a shadow over us all. As on average, 2 people who are trying to express who they are inside are murdered. Often in brutal ways every month around the world. This year, many transgender folk have died due to anti-transgender hatred or prejudice. I am devastated to live in a world where the numbers of deaths keep rising year after year. We know we can make a change with the help of others. As a teen, I know my generation is going to be hit hard with reality, meeting the closed minds of others. But I also know we have time to make a change. Sadly, for teens such as Gwen Arajo, 17 years old, Nikki Nicholas, 19 years old, and Stephanie Thomas, 19 years old, change was not made soon enough. But let us not forget brave men as well. William Lound, a transgender student from Salford, only 213 miles away, was stabbed multiple times and died just 2 weeks before I spoke here for Hampshire Pride. Caden Clark, a fellow YouTuber who had the potential to make it big, was fatally shot by the police. The thing that really angers me is that Clark was denied testosterone due to him having
I'd like to point out that we ain't laughing at the video, we laughed at this nigga's lisp.
Thank you.
Asperger's syndrome. The police shot him while he was trying to commit suicide. We may also remember some of the fabulous people who fall on the gender fluid and gender non-conforming spectrum, such as Syria Bush, who was killed just a couple of weeks ago at the age of 18, being found dead and naked 30 miles away from where they lived. And Kadira Johnson, who was 16, found dead from being shot several times in an alley.
Shot him
Gwen,
while he was trying to commit suicide.
Stephanie, William, Caden, Syria, Kadira, and other transgender teens are not safe at schools across the world, as expressing their identified gender is looked down on by peers, teachers, and even governors. Even in my own life experiences, I have felt excluded by others around me. I have felt rejected by people who are close, and I have felt sadness of being lonely.
Sadness.
But I am determined. I want to make a change. I count myself lucky to be in a position to make an impact to the transgender community.
I saw this one that was from your baby mama that looked interesting.
What?
I saw this one that was from your baby mama that looks interesting.
Oh, yeah.
This one is called Ask the Strangers, which one of us is trans?
He's finally asleep.
This is an ad, sorry.
Take this time now. Strawberries for me.
Oh, I need a sandwich over there.
What?
I need a sandwich.
Which one was born male? Male? Yes.
No, but I'm useful to you.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Collab today. Miss Jacqueline Gwen is in the house. And we had a little bit of a sick idea for a video. Well, my idea, not yours. I'm not going to blame it on you. Hi. Okay, so... If it was terribly wrong, it's on you. Right. So we are going to go on the street today on Hollywood Boulevard, once again. And we're going to see if people can tell which one of us is trans. Like, guess the trans person, which one of us. Kind of a psycho idea. And this all stems from something. I didn't tell you this, Jacqueline, but it stemmed from... Okay, so everyone in the world knows that Joey is dating a trans person, right? Like, that's his claim to fame. So me, Jacqueline, and Joey went to dinner a while ago. And our friends knew the waiters. And the waiters were all talking about how the guy who dates trans women was in the restaurant. But they thought Jacqueline was his girlfriend and not me. I get that all the time, actually. You get it? I'll post a photo with you. Everyone's like, oh, you guys look so, like, passable together. I'm like, thank you. People think you're trans. I can't. So, personally, I don't feel like Jacqueline's trans at all. I think Jacqueline's fucking beautiful. Well, so are you, though. So, thank you. I really don't know how to gauge, like, an estimate for people's reactions are going to be, but we're going to see.
I want to see
So, we'll see
what
you
the
guys
people
on.
say, that which one looks
Okay,
Taking
go.
it for me?
Alright, let's go. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I ain't wasting phone space like I got.
So what are our thoughts, Jacqueline? Are you nervous?
I'm
excited. I just hope we don't get attacked. I'm so
What-
nervous.
Well,
I don't think we're
everything
gonna
got
get
to be
attacked.
very, very,
Although
very,
the last
very
time I filmed on Hollywood Boulevard, it was a different story, so who knows? Insert clip. I'll go for it. Check it out.
Are they all fine as hell?
So here's Hollywood Boulevard. A million steps. And I don't know, I'm feeling a little nervous. I really don't like leaving my house very often. I really don't like communicating with human beings very often. But I think this will be fun, you know. So we will see.
What is wrong with you?
What?
You people.
You birds. She said, what? You people are pigs.
Working like that.
Damn, you gotta give me, bro. You gotta give me.
And they did all the same shit like that.
Oh, I would go that bad. What about?
Except the other one had Jack Cheddar. She don't like it. I like Jack Cheddar. At first she was like, that's not Jack Cheddar. I know what that looks like. That has the little pepper in it. I was like, yeah, it was like pepper cheddar. She was like, but that's not that. And I was like,
Would you guys mind answering a question for a YouTube video? No?
Oh, what's the difference I love?
The fuck? I was saying yes.
Ew,
What's the difference I love?
I don't know, man.
Alright, so our question for you guys is, which one of us was born a man? Me? That was quick. What do you think though? Wait. Give her a second. Yeah. We wanted to ask you which one of us was born a boy. Which one? Pick one. Okay, so we would like to know if you can decipher which one of us was born biologically male. Good job. You guys win. High five. Thank you. Yeah. Excellent. Is that it? No. Thank you. Which one of us was born male? Between the both of us.
Ooh, that's a close one. Oh my gosh. Let me say, I'll go with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so our question is, can you decide between us which one was born male? Male? Yes.
I'll be in there.
Oh, look at those boobs, they're not even real. That one? I disagree. We both have pictures for the pictures. Thank you guys.
Oh,
Root is a new type of car insurance that bases prices primarily on how you drive.
that's good.
And the best thing about our show is that we don't have ads.
Skip.
Like to.
Okay, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, so we need a smoothie break. That's for sure. Do you want a donut? Are you really gonna get a donut? No, I'm gonna get a smoothie. So I want to know if you can tell which one of us was born biologically male. Good job. You got it. You got it. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Peter. From Jiminy from Cologne. Oh. Awesome. Good job. Yeah, good job. You know that. Okay, so feeling so far. The first two picked me, and like immediately I felt like kind of really, really bad. And I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be more fun. I have a little bit of social anxiety, so this is like social anxiety times 10 for me. Yeah. I guess we'll just keep going.
Some more. Let's
Yeah,
go
let's confuse some people. Absolutely, let's go.
If you have some social anxiety, I have anxiety. Somebody might get my ass.
I'll buy your mixtape if you be in a YouTube video really quick with us. How much is your mixtape?
You can only do 5 10.
Okay, I'll give you 10. Okay, we're gonna ask you a question and then just give your honest opinion. Okay. Which one of us do you think has a wiener?
You. It's you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Okay, give $10. Which one of us do you think was born biologically male? You guys right.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Sexy, though.
Thank you. Thanks. What do you think, sir? Quiet type. Okay, which one of us do you think has a...
Huh.
I'm gonna have to go with her. I'm so sorry.
How big do you think it is?
You 9 inches.
Thank you. She's girthy.
I'm so happy right now.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Okay, I know you don't speak a lot of English, but which one of us do you think has a...
Hello.
Our question for you is, out of the two of us, which one do you think is biologically male?
That's hard because you guys are both gorgeous, but I'm gonna choose you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, time.
Living.
Nice.
Okay, living. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Why is it so hot in LA? It's too hot, bitch. Okay, we're home.
Hi.
That was probably... I felt like that was such a better idea going into it, and I thought it'd be way easier whenever we were actually out there talking to people. I don't know, it was uncomfortable. Yeah. I went joking like, oh yeah, let's go ask people weird questions on Columbia Boulevard, so easy.
Cause you get
But
this all
I
long
think we
time
both actually
and
got
then we
like
just bomb.
I was just happy he wasn't watching that death shit.
Well, you know what?
I mean, you can watch whatever, but just make it more interesting, man.
Let's read this one.
See, that would. I don't know.
This is like almost a talk like of the technicality of the where is your name? I'll be getting this. Is my boyfriend gay?
Oh no, I hate that one. This song is fun, and I hate that one. And yes, he is.
You're bringing it out, but
It's annoying, man.
which one of us do you think has a penis?
I want to hear this. Actually, I want to hear this.
Okay, well, let's get it. I'm gonna eat something. Don't roll that blood up here.
I want to. I know, but I still don't want to. I want some syrup. I want some syrup. You know, them chicks were delicious. But tell Blakey.
Okay, yeah, I did this one, but yeah,
I'm curious.
yeah, no, I'm saying I did this one too. It'd be good for.
Yeah, because I'm always
You to
curious to figure out if like you want to be a different. I'm always curious as to reasons why they wouldn't want to get the surgery.
Yep. And I want
Now, before you pile up the table, take off the old.
I know. I'm just go, boy.
Now, when people get buzzed, they don't go on the street. Which one of
What
us
up,
do you
guys?
think
Welcome
got new
back to my
titties?
channel. My name's
Somebody
Claire
do.
White.
My
For those of
titties
you who are
real?
new, and we're
Yeah, but-
talking about some
We
exclusive
talking about
stuff today.
We talking
In
about
case you didn't
stretching to
know.
get
So
some.
first of all, I am sick today. If you hear my voice, that's why. A actually really shitty person got me sick. Someone who I regret hanging out with. So today's video is a topic that I have really avoided talking about for years, my entire channel, as long as you guys have known me, I have avoided talking about this topic beyond little tidbits here and there and little things for you guys to read between the lines about there. You guys know that I have been super open about surgeries that I've had. I've done videos chronicling them. You guys know I had my face done in 2017. I had my breast done on the same day as my face, which was very traumatic, and I do not advise doing them both at once. But one of the things I get messages and comments and emails about every single day, and have always since the beginning of my channel, is quite a personal and invasive question, and I guess that I wasn't necessarily ready to invite all of the potential judgment from talking about this, but I really just don't even care now. So the question that I get constantly is, Blair, what do you have down there? Have you had the surgery? Have you had the big snip? But I have not had gender reassignment surgery. And I'm going to talk about why I don't plan on having a gender reassignment surgery anytime in the near future. And I think this is an important topic beyond me just talking about what I have down there. I think it's something that a lot of trans people don't want to talk about. It's something the trans community sees as a huge taboo. So the first is an extremely important one to me, and it's very taboo to talk about, but the rates of depression and worse, and you know what I mean by worse, I'm not even going to say it because I'll get demonetized, are actually extremely high post-op. So after people have that surgery, it's actually very common for them to have a very, very deep depression, one that leads them to doing things that are obviously unspeakable. And that has someone like me, who's obviously a potential candidate for having this done, very worrisome. You know, I like to go into everything armed with as much information as possible because I never want to go into anything blind, especially something like this. It's like, once you do that, you're not going back. Like, sorry, like, all this talk of detransitioning or whatever, you can't fix that if you change it up once. It's one and done. And there are a lot of studies you can read online that back this information up. So then I think to myself, okay, then maybe the truth is that a lot of trans people see the surgery, the big one, the big snip, as sort of like a fix to their life. They make it the biggest goal in their life. Like, they have this incredible build up to it, that they're waiting their whole lives for it. And then when they get it, they realize, oh, rent is still due. I'm still dealing with this bad relationship. I still have these issues with my family. I still don't have a career going for myself. I think that people put so much emphasis on it as if it's going to fix their life, when in reality, it's not going to. And this is by absolute no means saying that the surgery cannot make someone happy. I mean, I'm proof that the surgeries I have gotten in my transition have made me extremely happy, and I don't regret them at all. But with this surgery in particular, the one down there seems to be this like prolonged, lasting depression that happens afterwards. And that's something that's quite scary to me, because I did fall into a short post-surgery depression for my other surgeries, and I can't imagine it being worse than that. So the next reason is a very practical one, the cost. It is like 30 grand to get this surgery done by someone who's actually good at it. It's extremely expensive, and I really could not justify not putting that money into a roof over my head, into a college fund for my future children, providing for my fiance, or just having it for a rainy day. The other reason that I feel like people don't really talk about is the complications and the risks and the aftercare of this surgery, which I don't think anyone doubts that this surgery is like an intense surgery, an extreme surgery. I mean, you're dealing with that area. It's an incredibly sensitive area. But I also think that a lot of people very much underestimate how intense it is. So a lot of people think that it's a big snip. I even jokingly call it that. You're not actually cutting anything off. You're not removing anything. You're actually reusing the tissue, organizing things, and you're basically turning it inside out to create a cavity which looks like a vajayjay. Now, I have seen quite a few of these vajayjays in real life and on the internet post-op, and I have to say it is about 50-50. I have seen some that look impeccable, some that look real, some that look awesome, and I have seen some that do not. I would say half look great and half look really gross. And think about if you've ever had any type of wound on your body, what your body does is attempts to close it. Like, that's what your body is trained to do. That is what your body does to help you. So after this surgery, your body is fighting to close off this new foreign cavity that's suddenly there. So to stop it from doing that, much like, you know, a piercing or a body modification of another sort, you have to keep it open. Trying to keep my monetization here, but basically what you use is that little thing that housewives keep in their drawer next to their bed for when their husbands are not home, and you have to use one of those on yourself for up to a year every single day. And I don't know who the hell has up to a year of downtime after surgery, but I do not. And then the surgery is often a very risky surgery, so there are a lot of really crazy complications that can happen. People have had their urethras close up, people have been unable to pee, people have lost their pleasuratory sensations when they're making love. Like, there's just a lot to it, and I think people treat it, especially the media and trans people, treat it as like this like quick fix, and it's gonna change everything, and you're gonna be good afterwards, and you know, that's just not always how it is. And it's something to think about, and it's something that I've thought about. So what you're probably asking is, Blair, if you're trans, wouldn't you want to get the surgery even with the risks, even with the pain, even with the everything? And the answer is no. So if you research gender dysphoria, which trans people have, real trans people have, you will learn that people have varying levels of dysphoria and dysphoria towards certain things. What always brought me the most dysphoria before I transitioned was walking down the street, going places, and feeling like people read me as male. So that involves my face, that involves the fact that I was very flat-chested, and those are two things that I fixed through surgery. And after that, all that dysphoria basically went away. Like, it's gone. The other thing is that I am at such a good place with my transition in my life, and it's not really something that I think about too often. Like, I am happy with my body and how I look. I'm in a relationship with someone who's happy with my body, and it's just not something that I'm in a rush to do. Like, it's just not. Why would I try to fix something that at least at the moment is not broke? Like, alright guys, I think that is it for this very personal video. I hope you liked it, I hope you learned from it, I hope I answered some questions about myself that you may have had, so you can stop blowing up my comments and my messages. And a quick reminder, I am currently trying to hit 200k on my Instagram, so please follow me on Instagram. It's the best way to keep up with me, and yeah, let's do it. If you like this video, hit me with a comment, tell me what you think. I read every single freaking comment. True story. Consider being a member to this channel. You guys can exclusive videos as a member to the Blair White channel. These videos are usually very long, like an hour long. I like to give you guys a lot of content. But until next time, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
So,
I think there's a lot of reasons to not want to risk that.
as we switching up, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really makes you think.
Huh?
I think I wouldn't ever switch up on one of the surgery because that's not the whole quick fix reason.
No, I said why you switch up.
Switch up what?
No, I wasn't talking about switch up. Talking about video.
Oh.
Video
That
what?
was done. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, those were valid reasons.
Yeah, it was.
I would hate for somebody to, I would hate to do that, and then I'm one of the ones that end up being the one that's botched. You know?
Yeah.
And like she said, if your partner don't mind, it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's fine. As long as your partner's fine with it, she's fine with it, and hey, leave it alone. But then too, it also, you know, depends on how that person is going to feel about himself.
Yeah.
But like she says, if you got somebody that doesn't have a problem with it, I don't think you would have too much of a problem with it either.
Yeah.
But then,
I want to watch the FTO version of why I'm not thinking about surgery.
the who version?
The Friday the Monday version.
Root. We can save you up to 52% off your car insurance rates. Download the app and take Root for a ride today.
Okay. That video will get us a good direct clip, but we don't care.
Dude, man, come on.
We know we
Grumpy today, so we'll see how this video goes. Before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know that I posted a video a few days ago about how I'm releasing my own song. Yeah, I'm releasing my own original music, and you guys have been asking for that. So if you want to go watch that video and see what that's about, then you should do it. I've also released new merch. You should go check that out too, because it's actually good. And then obviously you should go follow my Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube, because you should do that. I'm just going to do a little disclaimer before I start talking about this in depth. This entire video is just my personal opinion. It's reasons as to why I don't want bottom surgery. I'm not trying to scare people away from bottom surgery or shit on people who have bottom surgery, because everyone that I've talked to who's had bottom surgery has been like very happy with the results, and I'm very happy for them. But that's just not the situation that I see myself to be in. And another warning, obviously I'm going to be talking about like genitals and stuff to do with transition and medical transition, so if you're sensitive to that, then you shouldn't watch this, and if you do watch this after being sensitive to it, you're a bit silly. Yeah, so if you didn't already know, I'm a trans guy, which means I was born a female, but I'm a guy now, don't worry. No doubt in my mind that I'm a dude. A question that a lot of trans people get is, when are you getting the surgery? This is really fucking annoying, to be honest, I guess. Yeah, it is. Because not all trans people get the surgery, and I know that when people ask about the surgery, they're asking about your genitals, which is something that like no trans person enjoys talking about. I'm just going to be talking about why I don't want bottom surgery, and that's about it. I'm getting top surgery next month, January 7th, which is great. I'm very excited, but also a bit scared for it. But yeah, bottom surgery, what does that entail? So for trans guys, who are people that were born female and then transitioned into male, they were born with biologically female parts. So that's what I'm working with. It's not great. I have gender dysphoria, obviously, because I'm a trans guy and trans people have gender dysphoria. But this means, for me at least, that I'm uncomfortable with those parts. I do have bottom dysphoria. I do have a lot of it. But I'm going to explain to you in this video why I'm not going to get bottom surgery. So the first reason why I'm not going to get bottom surgery is because there's such a high risk of complication. I was talking to a professional in my gender clinic, and she said that there was about a 50% chance of complication if you got phalloplasty. Phalloplasty is the one I'd go with if I was going to get bottom surgery. But a 50% complication rate is not, in my eyes, I don't want that. A lot of the times there's lots of complications with like your urethra, and I know a lot of people are prone to infection. I know a lot of people that have gone through the surgeries have had infections, and it's been very tough. So yeah, that's the first reason why too high of a risk of complication. The second reason why I'm not going to get bottom surgery is because it's a very intensive surgery. The healing process for metoidioplasty and phalloplasty is like ridiculous. For phalloplasty, at least, there's about 3 stages, 2 stages if you go to a different surgeon, but it's a 3-stage surgery, and the healing time between each stage is ridiculous. It can take months, it can take years to heal. It takes a long time for everything to settle down there and be healed. But yeah, these surgeries are very, very, very intense. I've seen videos of people who get bottom surgery, and they can't move, they can't walk comfortably for months. Sometimes they have catheters in for an extensive amount of time. It's just not on for me. The third reason why I'm not getting bottom surgery is because, as I said earlier, the bottom surgery I would be getting if I was going to get it would be phalloplasty. With phalloplasty, obviously, comes the skin graft. If I was going to get phalloplasty, I would have got a skin graft for my arm. That's difficult. The skin graft entails cutting out nerves, it entails cutting out skin, pretty much. I would be left afterwards with I don't want to sound offensive, but it would be like a deformed arm. It takes a long time, again, for that arm skin to heal. And this is obviously just a personal thing to me. This whole video is a personal thing to me. I'm not trying to get people scared of bottom surgery, but for me at least, if I got a skin graft taken from my arm, every time I looked down at my arms, I'd be reminded that I was trans. And every time I went into public, there would be people asking me what happened to my arm. Was I in an accident? It's personally just something that I wouldn't want to put myself through. The fourth reason I have for not getting bottom surgery kind of draws on from the idea that there's a lot of complication. I'm not saying I'm happy with what I've got, because I'm definitely not happy with that area. I'm trans, I'm uncomfortable around the area. But that being said, what I have works. For me, the pros outweigh the cons in that area. I think about this a lot. I'm a gay man. I guess this is my coming out as a bottom video, but for me at least, I am what you'd call a bottom. That's weird to say. When it comes to sex and stuff like that, I don't top. And my experience as a gay man, as a gay trans man, would be different to a straight trans man. For me, it works. At this point, it's not my favorite thing, but it works. I know the majority of the time people get sensation back, but I don't want to risk not ever being able to nut again in my life. Nutting is great, so don't want it. Rest of that. I'm not going to delve too deeply into that one. The next reason why I wouldn't want to get bottom surgery is because although bottom surgery right now is satisfactory and is good and is great for a lot of trans guys, for me, I wouldn't be too impressed with it. For me, it wouldn't be fully functioning. I mean, you can pee through it, you can have sex with it, but it's not a cis penis. No, for me, if I look down at it, I'd be like, oh, that's not good enough, and I'd be dissatisfied with it, which sucks, and that's a personal thing for me. Obviously, a lot of people, most people that I've talked to that have had bottom surgery, I just don't see myself in that position. But yeah, I think for now, those are my reasons as to why I wouldn't get bottom surgery. Maybe it'll change in the future. I know that if bottom surgery improved, and if there was a way for bottom surgery to be done that would not impress me, but that I would be happy with, then maybe I would get bottom surgery. But for now, until things are improved, I'm not going to be getting bottom surgery. I think science has the capabilities to improve how they do bottom surgery, but they just haven't. So yeah, that's the video. Again, this is not to try and scare people away from bottom surgery. This is my personal opinion on why I myself wouldn't want bottom surgery. But yeah, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it in some way. It was not really something to be enjoyed. But yeah.
I think those are definitely valid. I think that, I mean, me personally, I'm still gonna get it, but those are good reasons, if any, to not want to get it.
But you're gonna get it soon.
There's this one person that I know, and yep, I do. So, I think I told you about that before, but they tell me that they're trans, same as me. You know, FTM.
Yeah, better than mine.
And they told me that they didn't want to go on testosterone because they want to have children. Like, give birth. I personally don't understand that. I know other people do it, but I personally do not understand how you could want to go through that. Like, me personally, I think if I ever put myself in that position, which I couldn't imagine ever doing, I think that would be the thing that made me want to off myself. Having to look down at a pregnant stomach every day and having to give birth through a body part that I don't want. And they also, I personally, I don't believe that they are trans. But not for that. There's many reasons. Like, there was one time that they told me, it was me, my friend Samaria, and someone else. And no, was it? I don't know if Carissa was there or not, but they were telling me and Sam, because me and Sam both didn't think that they was trans. They were telling me and Sam how they're trans, but they're also non-binary. And you can't really be both, yes, because non-binary is you not knowing or not wanting to identify as a gender, and trans is your gender identity. It's you choosing which gender you want to be, like which gender you are, you know? So you can't really...
Okay. It's clear.
Not really.
Okay, check this out.
How can you not want to identify as a gender but also choose your gender?
No, you don't, well, okay, speaking for myself, not the person, but if I'm a non-binary trans man, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Right. Non-binary to identify means someone else. Not just anything that I think I am. But inside, right, is where the dysmorphia comes from, right? It doesn't come from the idea of other people. You get,
No, I don't
okay.
get it.
Okay, like,
In my opinion, you cannot be non-binary and be trans. In my opinion. But then here's another. No, but hold on. This what I'm about to say, this is all on the same day. What I'm about to say is the reason why I decided that I don't think that they're trans. Is because when we asked them to explain it, they said, hold on, I have to call my mentor. Now, why do you have to call someone else to explain how you feel? If you can't explain how you feel, then
I see what you're saying, but then they also might be new to those people.
No, I know them. They're not new to it because they have all friends that are like I've shared a room with them.
Okay,
So like I know.
I don't know. Maybe you're right, but then you could
I
be wrong.
don't. But also, there's like certain things like all paired together. Like as if I really like, if there wasn't certain other things, then I would be like, oh, that's normal for a train. But all the things paired together, it just doesn't make sense.
But maybe they are confused with.
Confused? Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
I definitely
but
said he
you know
was.
what society has had. Has had them think as far as having children and all of this.
They may be
So I personally think that they're one of those trans that is only trans because they think they're ugly as the sex they were born.
They think they're ugly.
Yeah, there's certain trans. That's why sometimes for trans people, it mostly happens with females. I'm not gonna lie. It mostly happens with females where oh, I'm ugly as fuck. Let me try to be a nigga. See how that works. Once I knew what it was, I never had a doubt. Okay, but
Well,
what are we doing now?
we're doing the outro.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you know it's your favorite Monday through Friday. Charlotte Preacher, yes?
Friday. Alright.
Okay, bye.